what was the core message President Xi Jinping was trying to send by hosting this massive Victory Day parade in the presence of Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un?
Thank you for having me. Firstly, is China want to shape a correct view of World War II and the history, and telling the world that China was a country that made the greatest contribution and sacrifice in the World War II. And also China has made significant contributions to saving human civilization and defending world peace in the World War II. And China hold this military parade to remember the history and honor the hero that made participate in the World War II, and cherish peace. And it's uh, demonstrates that China's firm and view to and a firm resolve to follow the path of peaceful development, and its strong will to defend national sovereignty and territorial integrity, and also its powerful capability to uphold global peace and stability.
Mhm. Then should we interpret this display of advanced weapons, such as the hypersonic missiles and the robot wolves, as a deterrent or a direct challenge to the US-led world order?
No, China don't want to ship a challenge, any challenge to USA, but China want to have the great power to defend national sovereignty and its development interest. China also pursues a national defense policy that is uh, defensive in nature, and the growth of China's uh, military uh, military power will provide more positive energy for promoting world peace, and not for the conflict or for the war with the US.
Mhm. Well, everybody knows China's economic might, but foreign policy described this as the unveiling of a new Beijing-shaped multipolar world. How far do you think along is China in building this multidimensional vision?
Through multilateral platforms such as the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and BRICS, China has activities promoted a just and orderly multipolar world and a new global governance system. China's vision of multipolarity has attract a lot of partners, particularly from the global South countries. So, for example, we can see the SCO Tianjin summits before a few days ago. China has also proposed the global governance initiative. China has also made progress in building its advanced vision of a multipolar world. And but this, however, achieving a more equal and orderly multipolar world remain there is a long-term process. It also requires sustained global dialogue and cooperation to realize that.
Mhm. Well, from a Chinese perspective, does the inclusion of the controversial leaders like Putin and Kim strengthen or weaken the credibility of the Chinese message?
It's strengthened the message because the China want to remember the historical fact and respect the fact of the history, and because Russian and Korean also made great contribution and sacrifice in the Second World War and against the fascist.
Mhm. Well, Trump's post about the parade, be it sarcastic or sincere, accused Xi of conspiring with America's enemies. Now, what's the view in Beijing of this sort of rhetoric?
Uh, because China has invite a lot of countries, but the Western country didn't respond for that. So it's China don't have time to make don't want to have any conflicts with any country because China wants to cooperate with all the countries to achieve win-win results, and don't China don't want to go back to the days of the Cold War.
Hmm. Analysts say that the military balance in Asia now has been permanently altered. Do you believe this parade confirms China's readiness for confrontation, or is it just strategic posturing?
I want to say that as China always emphasized that at all times, China remains committed to peaceful development and also to safeguard world peace, the China and world peace and stability, and China's growth of China's military forces. Uh, it means the growth of the forces to defense for peace. And also, China wants to work with all the other countries to build a community with a shared future for mankind.
Hmm. Well, everybody's been questioning or anticipating the reaction to this military theatre, but in what ways do you think then the West, particularly NATO and the US, might respond diplomatically, militarily, or economically?
Well, that if they have the right view of the right concept of the China development and say that China is not its enemy and is also made opportunities for them to achieve the common progress and development, is China welcome that. But if they have the wrong or negative, the wrong view of the Chinese development, it will also take a lot of negative measures to uh, for towards China.